I miss the 2000s, guys. Can you tell? Can you tell that I'm getting old? I'm just starting to look back on the last decade, thinking, God, yeah, that was a bit better. That was more enjoyable. This stream would be shit. Just a fair warning. For a combination of two reasons. Number one, nothing happened this week. Absolutely nothing has occurred the last week. Number two, I have been out and about. Now this is top secret Lolcal LLC business, so I cannot disclose where, when, why, or how. But I will disclose that for the first time in almost a decade, a very long time, closer to a decade than half a decade, I have driven. I have been driving a car, and I've tanned half of my body. I was driving so much. So that was fun. A little bit scary because I always hang to one side of the road too much. So I really miss. I've said this before, just thinking about it. But I was thinking about my car in the U.S. and how I would just drive, and I would just enjoy driving. And I think that is something they're going to take from us. It's too fun. It's too fun. It's too empowering. It's too useful to a normal person to leave in their hands. And I said this after the trucker thing that I don't have it at the moment, but if I ever regain it, they will take it from me. So I'm including myself in this because it's something that I would one day like to have. Just like having a house is something I would one day like to have. But no, after the trucker convoy, I kind of realized that cars are too powerful for things that the people can just do themselves. So I really think, my car that I had was electric. So the last car I had was like made before the turn of the millennium. It was like a 1990s car. No electronics in it. The most electronic thing was the radio and the powered windshields or the windows. So going from that to like a car made within the last couple of years is a shock. Like I'm literally standing there, like, yeah, a hybrid. I was standing there with my key, and there's no fucking key. There's literally no key. It's just a stupid ass button, like a garage door opener. And I'm literally like a monkey hitting this fucking thing against my car, thinking like, how do I turn this on? And then I realized, oh, it's a button. Like, how does it know if the key's in like the car or not? And then it's like, what do I do with this? And I'm putting it in like the cup holder, thinking like, okay, I guess I just throw the stupid fucking thing in the cup holder because there's nowhere to put this. There's no key. We used to have a nice place to put our key when we were driving our car. It was called the keyhole. Now it's just gone. We just throw it in the cup holder when we drive. And then I go around and I'm trying to figure out how to open the gas tank, and there's like a special button for that you have to hold your key to, and then the trunk doesn't open unless you hold it under the license plate. It's like, how do people... I have to literally sit down and figure out, like, read the manual on the internet. I have to Google how to drive a fucking car because... oh, geez. Okay, so I should warn everybody that I have added 3 sound effects. 4 tips. So if they scare you, that's what that is. If you're listening to this in a recording, I've very painstakingly gone through and tested this to make sure that none of the sound effects get recorded to the archive. So it's just this is purely for the enjoyment of the live audience, and I guess anyone who is recording the stream live. It doesn't really add anything. It's just something fun, so people feel incentivized to tip. Though I guess the super chat thing doesn't, for whatever reason, yeah, the thing at the bottom should add tips and super chats together, but for whatever reason it doesn't. But that is the remnant, because that one guy donated $1,000 last week, so there's not that much left before I hit my goal for this month for super chat stuff. So I'll probably end up spending some time just going through some filler content. But yeah, fuck electronic cars. The one thing I liked about having an electronic car was the nice dashboard thing. It's like a big computer screen in the middle of your dashboard. It's kind of weird. I remember in my car the passenger and driver seats were very close together. Like But in modern cars, there's like you're like leaned back, and there's like a huge like console in between you, then a giant computer, and for whatever reason, the dashboard is really long before it hits under the windshield. I don't know. It was really weird. It took me a while to get readjusted to driving. And I'm gonna have to learn stick, and I would like to get a driver's license that is registered within the. It's called the transportation bloc. It's a type of union outside the EU because it includes like Serbia and other Yugoslavia countries. Here's a fun fact about what Serbians do. A lot of truck drivers in the EU are Serbian, but Serbia isn't in the Schengen, so they can't drive into like Italy or Austria or whatever. So those countries are part of the transportation bloc. So if they get a special permit, they can, as part of their job, as part of like a trucking company, they can drive up into the rest of Europe. So if I get like a transportation bloc license, I can drive wherever I want, whenever I want. Yeah, hacking, like, I don't know. It's just awful. Like, I don't know. Why would you ever want a computerized car? Why would you want a car that someone can shut down remotely? Why would you want I just think the CIA is going to start killing. I'm sure they already do. I'm sure the CIA already drives people off the fucking road. I'm sure the CIA already is planning to have, like, imagine, I just imagine this. Like, you're driving down the road, and then your car starts pulling over, and your dashboard's flashing, and you hear a voice over your radio. Attention, sir. You have not paid your TV license. If you want to continue driving your car, you must pay your TV license. And then your dashboard on the middle console like opens up to tvlicense.co.uk.gov, and it's like you must like pay right now, otherwise you can't drive. And it's like, it's just bullshit. I really hate it. So that's what I'm going to buy. Like a car is a machine. It is a machine. It should be driven by human hands. It should not be driven by electronics. I don't trust it. And, you can buy an 80s car and just put a fucking computer monitor. You can just take a computer monitor off my desk and staple it to the fucking thing, and it'll work just fine. I promise. So that's my driving experience. Someone already donated over 50. I had my mic on recording open air, waiting for an ambulance to drive by so I could record that. These are organic memes, so it's not cringe, right? Oh, people are already giving we don't call them pay pigs when they benefit me, okay? They are sponsors of my programming. And since I'm killing time, I've really thought about it, and I think that the next time I do a person stream, I should record it for shortwave and just put it on shortwave and add like a way to send me snail mail, because I know those people like to do snail mail. And I'll try that. I'll buy like a 2-hour block on one of those shortwave stations that sell space to anyone, like even racist, even horrible racist like me. And I'll just buy 2 hours and I'll talk about low tax or whatever. And I'll be like, yes, this is Joshua Moon, and what I talk about on my show on the internet is internet stuff. And if you're listening on shortwave, you probably hate the internet and everyone on it. And I just want to reaffirm to you that you've made the right decision, and your decision to live out in the woods and poop between the trees and drink out of the river like a dog is actually the way to go, because I'm gonna lay some straight hate facts on you that's gonna keep you in the woods for another 15 years. And if you wanna reach me, I have a box for traditional post that you can send a reception letter to. I'm interested to hear where my broadcast is heard. Do one of those, see what happens. Everyone is tipping, but you can super chat. Oh no, there is the tip message, just nobody's leaving it. Oh, this guy did. The 69 guy did, but for whatever reason it didn't actually say the message. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy driving. I want to drive again, and I listen to a lot of radio, and there were a couple English channels, and because the BBC broadcasts everywhere for whatever reason, which I guess is why that's probably the whole reason why they even keep it like around, is that the BBC broadcasts to like Ukraine and Serbia and all over Europe. And the story they could not stop talking about, by the way, is that two people in Sligo, and Ireland died, and that there were two gay men, and they were brutally murdered. And the Brits were really talking about this, like, could it be a homophobic, a racially, a sexual minority hate crime? We fear that this may be so. My stream's even noisier than usual. Holy fuck! Thank you. So they're really afraid that this would be an Irish Catholic. Oh, I have a Path.net update, by the way. I can't say much, but they were afraid that an Irish Catholic was killing gay men. And they were talking about this like they have apprehended a young man in connection with the homophobic murders. A young man in Sligo has been arrested. And then they, for whatever, they just kept saying this, and a 21-year-old man, a young man arrested. And then I looked it up out of curiosity, because they kept fucking talking about this like every hour, on the hour, they would bring this up. And it's a Muslim. His name is Yusuf Palani. And they kept saying a young man in Ireland had, with homophobic reasons, murdered two gay men. This is an Arab. And I'm sure that they're going to forget about this real fucking soon. And by the way, I could not even believe my ears when I heard this. But the first man that was killed, Michael Snee. Michael Snee. This man's name is Michael Snee, and he was murdered in a homophobic attack. And I kept hearing this guy's name. I kept thinking, there's no way that Michael Sneed was slain by a young man in a homophobic incident. There's no way. But no, it's not Sneed, thankfully. He's still alive. I don't know, Chris predicted that too, right? He did that drawing of Sneed's feed and seed, and it was, he said that Sneed and Chuck were in like a gay relationship, and one of them is dead. Sneed died because of obesity-related health complications. Strange times. He predicted this. So that's our Sneed update. The other update is Elon Musk. I also heard about this on the radio. I need to start listening to the radio. It's a better source of news than the fucking internet at this point. Elon Musk offered a bid of $40 billion for Twitter. God knows why. One man should not be that dedicated to shitposting. But he is. I don't like Elon Musk is the thing. I think he's an asshole. I think that his weird habit of picking up BPD girls and impregnating them and then naming their kids retarded shit and then moving on to the next BPD girl is like some like cringe pickup artist shit, because he's way too rich to be doing that. And he makes them like, I don't know. I just don't like him. He gives me skeevy vibes, chat, is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, and he founded PayPal, which is essentially digital Satan. There's probably no company I like less than PayPal. He will never shake that association with me. So the bid comes in after he bought like 9% of the company, and then they offered him a seat on the chair of Twitter, which he declined, and people immediately assumed that he declined because part of the rules for becoming a part of the committee was that he could not own more than 15% of Twitter. So people automatically assumed that if he was refusing that position, then he must be aiming to buy more than 15% of Twitter. As it turns out, he's looking to buy 100% of Twitter. So that being said, let me say this right now, in case Elon Musk is listening. Make me CEO or director of communications. Look, I don't know how companies are laid out. I want to be very near the top. I want to have a suit. I want to be what's called a suit and tie nigga, as they say in the rap game. I have a plan. to make Twitter profitable. I have a plan to get that government contract cheddar, Elon Musk. And I want to be a suit and tie nigga. You have to listen to my pitch. I'm not going to give it out for free. I would say it's actually unironically a good idea. But I can't tell any of you because if it's a good thing, don't give it away for free, right? The silver coins that I have on my desk for my travels, I had to pay for them. They're not free. They're a good thing, so you can't give them out. But yeah, unironically, I have a plan, chat. I have a plan to make Twitter not gay. Make Twitter not gay again. 2022. Josh Moon for CTO of Twitter Inc. Twitter pumped again. Josh, mate, you can't even make your own website profitable. That's where your first mistake is. Look, very little tweaking. I have a way to make this good for the internet, good for Twitter, and good for Elon Musk. I have a legitimately great idea to make Twitter great again, and he just has to give me millions of dollars in personal revenue for my idea, and I will give it to him. That is that is the arrangement. Speaking of Path, by the way, because someone asked, I am in talks, and I can't say much because I think that this is considered confidential correspondence. I am in talks with Path via representation. The situation is not resolved yet. Though I don't think there's an immediate threat. There is I'm definitely not like, this isn't a problem. I feel I don't know what they're up to. I don't trust them. They are a company that employs a lot of criminals, from what I understand, based on what I've read. They are mostly made up of criminal elements and also a pedophile, allegedly, based on what people have said on my website, which they may or may not like being on my website. So that's the Path update. As far as the Twitter thing goes, by the way, the guy who wanted me to talk about this, he posted 2 comments that I'll read. I don't know who the fuck Jeff Jarvis is, but he says, "Today on Twitter feels like the last evening in a Berlin nightclub at the twilight of Weimar Germany. I would like an American to make a reference to Germany that predates 1920. Can any of you reference anything about Germany before 1920? German history to the Germans starts in 1945. German history to the rest of the world starts in 1920. Can any of you name anything before 1920 in Germany? Kaiser? Okay, that's fair. There was a Kaiser, that's right. Beethoven? Was Beethoven German or Austrian? I have to look this up. Beethoven. German. He is German. Everybody. Beethoven. I'll name a German before 1920. I think the guy, and I stole this from Jews, not like Jews collectively. Oh, look, there's so many answers to this question. The Peace of Westphalia, Frederick the Great. I like Otto von Bismarck. He's got a nice mustache, and they sell bottled water in Europe that has his nice mustache on it. Beethoven was African. Charlemagne. That's East Francia, isn't it? Isn't Charlemagne from East Francia, not from Germany? I think that's a different thing. I guess that is the region, but Bismarck was a Prussian by birth. Well, he founded the concept of Germany. Okay. Goethe. How do you pronounce his name? Goethe? All right. I mentioned Germany, and chat's going fucking crazy. Lots of German fans, lots of German fans in the chat. What was I even talking? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. This guy being a retard. The other one. This post legitimately makes me violent when I read it. I will try to contain myself and not say something stupid and get banned or arrested. Goicha Minhas from Brazil, verified checkmark. So this is a verified retard. Elon, seriously. It is a consensus in social sciences that free speech can't be limitless. You should keep investing your time in things you actually know how they work, like the engineering fields that you are great on it. Leave social matters to the people who study it. That 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 makes me want to see people die. I knowing that there are people out there who consider themselves scientists of the social and who really this guy Goy Jimenez from Brazil, he's got this all figured out. He like how an engineer can calculate the trajectory of a rocket when you shoot it towards the moon. He can figure out what is and is not free speech using simple mathematical equations that he learned at his fucking liberal arts college in Brazil. And we should trust him, and we should trust the experts, and we should allow them and the social scientists. And that's going to be that's so smart the way he wrote that I guarantee you that's going to be a thing. You're going to start hearing about this in Congress and in the EU. The EU Parliament and the House is going to call up these social scientists who studied social sciences and who really know what is and is not free speech. So you should just trust them when they say to vote for this bill or not. I can see it already. I'm prognosticating this. That speech itself is going to become like an objective science that is ordained by the government. I see red. I hate computers and I hate everybody on them, and I'm gonna live on a farm. I'm gonna own donkeys, Chad. I'm gonna own donkeys and chickens, and none of you are gonna see me again. And if any of you do see me again, you'll be on my property and nobody will find your body. This is my plan. I don't fucking like computers. I don't fucking like people on the internet. I don't like anyone online. I'm just done with this shit because I see it coming to a close before my very own eyes. Yeah, fuck you, Goy Jimenez. All right, what's the next one? Oh, okay, so in 2018, this guy was like the first tranny to become like a professional athlete. There it is a weird thing where the live tips are not coming in. They're not updating the DDoS fund thing. I do not see their messages, but I do see the tips. What is the difference between a tip and a super chat? Why am I getting messages? Okay, wait, I have to fix this. This is bothering me. Tip 90.live, and then it redirects you. Does the message just go to me? Does it not? I would like the message to appear like, watch, I'm gonna emulate it. Wait, do I have to like click it? No. You know, I spent hours setting this all up, and then the moment it goes live, there's like a completely different system that this all goes through. I really mean it. I hate computers. I've already picked out the locks on my front door. I've been watching The Lock Picking Lawyer, and I've already picked out what locks I want to put on my door, so that if anyone comes through the door, they have to break it down, and I can shoot them while they're doing it. I've got this all played out in my head. I'm gonna live in a fortress. I'm gonna spend time building a wall of brick around my entire lot. I'm gonna go pick up boulders by a river like Matt Jarbo and build a 1600s castle fortification around my house. Okay. So, gross tranny, Rachel McKinnon. This person, which you see here, is a man, and was a cyclist. And they said, ho, I am okay at cycling, but I'm not very good at cycling. How do I win at cycling even though I'm not that great? So he became a woman. So now this obviously male-bodied person is competing with much smaller femoids. And I think this guy like set this was back in October 2018. I think he like set the thing in motion where it's like, oh, if I'm only a moderately good athlete, I can just transition and get recognition. I can make women comfortable. I can get into the news. They basically got the whole ball rolling. And now, years later, he has gained a lot of weight. You can see that he's like a big fat ass in this picture and kind of looks like Christian. And it's because he's on estrogen now. So he's gaining weight because he's a man on estrogen. And he went to a competition and he had a little oopsie doodle.
So Ivy will be rider number 428 on the top. Oh, and there's a little bit of an argy-bargy here.
Argy-bargy.
Yeah. There's a bit of a holder foul there, so we're just going to get Tyler back there, and we're going to get Veronica situated again, and we'll try one more time.
So, a holder foul. Let me take this step by step. Muted. We'll narrate this a little bit. So I don't know what fucking sport this is. It's like cycling, but you're on like a loop-de-loop. It's like an infinity thing that's like curved around. And so a guy is like helping him get started, and he's very fat. And then up, he's lost control. The situation is not the situation is not developed necessarily in our favor. And the guy helping him up on the ground, and Maurice is also on the ground. And the man in black is desperately trying to pull him up, but he's a big fat ass. He's a full-grown athlete, man. And he's just like, I'm used to pushing around dainty women, and I can't help you. Wonderful. I also like how at this point I don't know if the guy does this intentionally, but he like blocks the camera. He has the sense of mind to like prohibit the camera from recording this embarrassment. What a nice guy. What a nice fellow to do this for him. Someone in chat says that he's not on estrogen, he's just lazy, which is even funnier. So he's completely intact. He's not on estrogen, and they still let him compete in women's sports, and he still sucks, and he can't even ride his fucking bike anymore. He's too fat to ride his bike. That's pretty funny, to be fair. Okay. Brief update on Amberlynn, moving right along. I'm not going to watch a single one of her videos. I just want you to look at what her videos are. I'll read the names for you. Huge spring cleaning in my takeout challenge. Eating a Doritos Crunch taco from Taco Bell on the thumbnail. Showing a whole new side of me vlog with three donuts on the plate. The biggest Dollar Tree haul ever. Okay. And that's like an hour. So she's been doing like, here's the great, look at this. All the fucking fast food and shit that she's been eating. I want to explain why I'm pointing this out. It's not for the reasons that Chad is saying. What interests me is that she used to do live streaming for a while. And she stopped because it was hurting her channel metrics. She basically kept putting out videos every single week. And they were 3 hours long. And for whatever reason, people weren't watching them. Because I guess they're not like her old format. And she stopped doing them because she said she could look at the numbers on her side as a YouTube creator. And she knew that her streams were hurting her ability to retain users and get SEO like priority. So she was losing money over time. So then after she's quit doing that, her video views fucking plummeted. She used to get like an easy like 200,000. Like if you look at her videos and go to the top, all of her videos have like close to 1 million, over 500,000. Like they easily cleared 100,000, like every single one. And then she started doing the live streams, and this was around the time that Chantal started getting popular. So then she started dipping consistently under 100,000, and then a lot of her videos struggled to break 50,000. And she decided, okay, fuck it, this isn't working. I'm gonna pretend to be not pretend. I'm gonna start binge eating on camera. And then I'm going to get drunk and I'm going to live stream. And all of this is to try and compete with Chantal, who has basically eaten her milkshake. There's only so many people in the fat hate-watching community on YouTube. And you might think, oh, she has her channel and I have mine. But when Chantal has a straw that can reach all the way to Cuba, it doesn't matter if you're on your channel. She can drink your milkshake. She'll drink it up. And that's what she did. And Chantal, being completely fucking unhinged, lunatic, on coke, dating Arab men, fucking up her whole life every day in fantastic ways. Amberlynn Reid is now a bygone relic of a lazier, less decent time. And that is what we see here. The consequences of her trying to be more like Chantal, but the fact is that she does not have the friggin' audacity to truly beat Chantal at her own game. And it really could not happen to a better person. I unironically, I hate Amberlynn. She's so fat. She's so gross. She's so annoying. She has no redeeming qualities. Like, Chantal can be genuinely funny, and her, like, not her I don't give a fuck personality. Like, when Pete is talking to her about shit he really cares about, like the war in Ukraine and shit, and all this dumb gay Reddit X-Men fanfic shit, and she's just rolling her eyes like, oh, okay, whatever, weirdo. Like, that's endearing, and it's in a way. Everlyn has none of that. She has to pretend she's like the daintiest girl ever, and I just fucking hate her. And every time I look at her channel and I see that she's like sinking into the abyss, she's like approaching the Matt Jarbo level. It's just like, yeah, you deserve it. You're kind of irredeemable. Defending my queen, yes, exactly. I'm sorry, but if Amberlynn was funny, I wouldn't care. There could be two queens, but she's not, so there's only the one. I need water. You know what? I'm gonna go get water real quick, and I have a nice song to play that someone made for me, and you may or may not like it, but here we go.
Yo, Young Anonymous. Mad at the internet, Kiwi Farms, let's do this. It's Friday, and I ain't made no dinner yet. Too busy fighting fags, cause I'm mad at the internet. Ain't got no intellect, you ain't never been correct. Light me up a cigarette, I'm mad at the internet. It's Friday, I ain't made no dinner yet. Too busy fighting fags, cause I'm mad at the internet. Ain't got no intellect, I ain't never been correct. Light me up a cigarette, I'm mad at the internet. You think we would forget? We document a record speed, archive all the drama so that we can all sneed. We got what you need, so just hop in the thread. When you're 100 pages deep, you will only see red. Cause first we got the death fats in the salon. Ironically, obesity's the least of their wrongs. Weighed down by Chantal, the queen next to Reid. Go ahead and take a holiday, there's plenty to read. In the beauty parlor, oh, the rage they harbor. Venti-sized threads in the home of female farmers. Rumors and drama queens, bimbos and thoughts. Sometimes all in one, giving Nissin's thread a watch. Then we go down to the farms where I mostly spend my time. Community watch is proof that the internet ain't fine. Reddit is paradise for those unemployed. And there's a never-seeming answer sites just for grooming goys and animal control. Yeah, fuck animal control and every person who thinks listen to that board. I like animals way too much. I can't stomach that shit. So yeah, give me a top hat. I'm skipping this one. Or was I? Oh yeah. Then we got Internet Famous, where we talk all about the lamest faggots on the internet, the home of all the haters. A quarter-pounder cow mixed with some pedos that are really quite heinous. Down to the
turn it off,
you
chat?
see the Rat Kings.
I want
Reward.
to reward my fan zone for submitting art. I truly believe, and this is something that I've recognized. Cringe, yes. Turn it off. Save some. Okay, just in case I need to get more water or something. That shit creative. I'll finish it. I'll play. I'll play the rest. It's about halfway through. I'll play the rest of it before the stream ends, and then I'll play not as an outro. I'll play the outro too. I got MC Jerba to play for the outro. I like to reward people for their creative efforts, chat, because I believe, based on my observations on the internet at large, that artistic endeavors such as music, such as fan art and memes and photoshops, those are all very important to the culture of like any kind of community. Once that shit dries up, like the spirit of it dies. When things are at their peak, people make like paintings and like parody songs and stuff of whatever's going on. And all that stops, the thing is essentially dead. Important. Everything is cringe. You just realize it? I don't know. It's just an observation. It doesn't have to be profound. It's just something that I think about sometimes. I try to reward people for doing fan art and stuff. Okay, let's talk about H3 just a second. Just a second, because it's requested. And I find this interesting just a little bit. There's a little bit of video. I like video content the most because I can drink water while it's playing. But is this porn? What is this? What is this guy's avatar? How are you? What is it? Chat, is this? It's like a nun burning on the cross, but she's like tied up in like a BDSM position. What is this? How have I not noticed this before? I'm not sure if I like it, chat. It is Sussy Baka, I agree, chat. Are you retarded? I don't know, I just feel like if you pan down, if you show the whole image, there's some weird shit happening. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, whatever. A couple weeks ago, Will Smith had that thing on the Emmys or whatever, where he slapped that guy, the Chris Rock, the zebra from Madagascar. And I kind of was on the fence about that. It kind of felt fake because who cares about the Oscars? Eventually, the Oscars are just going to turn into like Jerry Springer for like the rich and famous every year. Like nobody gives a shit about their awards because their awards are fucking fake and gay to begin with. But every year, like, we're just going to have some nice, like, slug outs between celebrities. And we're just going to be like, yeah, you know, they get to live in, like, fancy mansions and shit. Now that the paparazzi isn't really a thing as much as it used to be, we're going to have them debase themselves in some other way to keep them relevant. And that'll be our bread and circuses. We're going to see Will Smith and Chris Rock fight each other. Tom Hanks is gonna beat someone to death with a cross, like a miniature crucifix or something. We need every year, just some stupid shit's gonna happen. That's how they're gonna pacify the masses. And then so whatever. Ethan Klein H3 comes out and says, Will Smith is just a walking L. Since his wife decided to start weekly humiliating him on her Facebook show, Probs should deal with whatever trauma he has with her instead of punching Chris Rock in the face for an extremely tame joke. He needs to be escorted out of the hashtag Oscars -L. I don't consider this too bad of a take. I mean, she is fucking other men. He is a literal cuckold. He probably should deal with her as opposed to taking it out on other men who are making fun of him for for this. But I guess in the world of like Ethan Klein's fans, to say that a relationship should be strictly monogamous and that men should feel embarrassed if their wives are literally cucking them with the staff of their mansion, that is an unacceptable position to hold because obviously relations can be 8 million. It can be like an 20-sided dice, basically a polycule. But bruh replies and completely ratios 210,000 likes to Ethan Klein's 38,000 likes. Ratioed. Bruh says he defended his wife, something I know you aren't familiar with. He didn't really defend his. I guess he did, kind of. Chris Rock made a joke about how her hair is falling out because if you don't know, black women have nappy ass hair, and if they want to look attractive, they have to make their hair look like white women's hair, and they do that by tying their hair back and doing weird shit to it, like gluing on wigs, and that causes permanent hair loss. So, Will Smith's wife is losing her hair because she's trying to look white, and it's not working out for her. And Chris Rock made fun of her for that, and that's what set Will Smith off. So, bruh's opinion is that he defended his wife. I don't know. I really don't care. I think that Chris Rock and Will Smith should both fall off a fucking cliff because they're worthless, and I can't name a single thing about either of them I like. I kind of liked Chris Rock in Madagascar. I liked Will Smith and Jaden Smith and that really shitty movie where everything's made out of paper mache and Jaden fights a CGI monster trying to find the Wi-Fi hotspot on the planet after Earth. Yeah, that's right. Shark Tale. I don't know. What was Will Smith in that was good? Men in Black? That was like 30 years ago. Who gives a shit? I don't care. I'm willing to if Will Smith dies, I'm not gonna cry because he was funny in Men in Black or some shit. Who gives a fuck? I could not care less. However, I Am Legend was good, though I don't like the ending of that. I think a lot of people agree with that, though. Well, I'm going to talk about movies. H3 got completely butt blasted over the ratioing. I guess in his world of Twitter likes, ratios are actually a big fucking deal. So he's basically sobbing about that on his podcast.
They ratioed me hard on Twitter, but okay, you know. You live by the ratio, you die by the ratio. It happens, you know. Sometimes you eat the bar and sometimes the bar eats you.
So I'm just going to pause it right there. We're going to wind it back a little bit. I want you to take a look at Hila's face. She's just chilling. They got the baby out. And, he's
they ratioed me hard on Twitter, but okay, you know.
She's rolling her eyes right there because like talking about Twitter likes kind of fucking gay.
You live by the ratio, you die by the ratio. It happens.
She laughs at that because it's like, okay, he's dismissing it. He acknowledges the the silliness of this, not taking it seriously. That's a good thing. She's happy about that. She's heavily autistic. I think she's heavily autistic. Hila is so, and she's Jewish, so she's in a disadvantage regarding like human empathy already. But she's expressing an emotion. I'm kind of reading her face like you would read the face of someone who had like a severe stroke and they can't really articulate themselves correctly. But I think that's happiness, chat. So she's okay. She's in the moment. She's vibing. She's okay.
Sometimes you eat the bar and sometimes the bar eats you. But if you do...
But okay, here, we cut. Now, go ahead. I'm going to keep letting this play, but keep watching her face.
You come to my house to harm me or my wife, I have a loaded shotgun. I will literally shoot you and kill you, okay? So to say I'm against violence, this is how I sit in bed and I think about the lock combo on my gun cabinet. I imagine how fast I can get there, punch in the code, take out the gun, turn off the safety, put the bullet in the chamber. I think about that obsessively every night. And that's the world I live in, okay? So I'm not against violence when it's necessary. Punching a guy for saying a stupid joke is not necessary. And if you want to test me, come to my fucking house and I've got 7 bullets. It's a semi-automatic shotgun and I can unleash 7 fucking bullets on you without even have to cock that bitch.
Let us watch this again from that timestamp.
If you do come to my house to harm me or my wife, I have a loaded shotgun. I will literally shoot you and kill you. Okay. So to say I'm
just her face completely drops from just vibing whatever with the kid, having a nice chat with them to like, oh, this fucking idiot.
Against violence.
And then, but he just continues because his whole point is that like people are saying, what, are you against violence now, Ethan? Are you against violence? Like, nah. And how do I show these kids that I'm cool with violence if it's the right way? I know. I'll tell them to come to my house because I'm going to shoot them.
This is how I sit in bed and I think about the lock combo on my gun cabinet. I imagine how fast I can get there, punch in the code, take out the gun, turn off the safety, put the bullet in the chamber. I think about that obsessively every night. And that's the world I live.
Look how concerned she is then. She's like, wait, when is he thinking this? Every night. We're together at night. We're together at night.
Okay. So I'm not against violence when it's necessary. Punching a guy for saying
looking at her baby as he's talking about this
stupid joke is not necessary. And if you want to test me, come to my fucking house and I've got 7 bullets. It's a semi-automatic shotgun and I can unleash 7 fucking...
now she's rolling her eyes at him because he's trying to act tough. I bet she's thinking this fucking spindly motherfucker has never fired that gun once. He bought this gun 2 years ago and he has never fired it. Not even once. That is what that face tells me.
Bullets on you without even have to cock that bitch.
By the way, 7 bullets It's a semi-automatic, 7 bullets. Cringe. Can you say Californian living with Californian magazine size limitations? 7. It's not even. It's not a bullet, by the way. It's a shell. A bullet is a brass casing, which has a oh, well, that's a whole round. Bullet's the lead bit. Shotguns are plastic, chat. You know, when you have a shotgun, it has the gunpowder in the back, and then it has like a bunch of shit, like little bullets in the front. That's called the shot. And then it doesn't reload like a normal gun. When it explodes, the gas explosion kicks out the casing. Shotgun, you got to go, and that's how you reload it. It doesn't do that automatically. That's why it's a shotgun, chat. I miss guns, chat. I miss guns, and I miss cars. Stop the tism and play the clip. I already played the clip. What are you bitching about? What are you bitching about, motherfucker? Oh, I fucked it up. I resized my live thing. And now I have completely fucked this. Play the clip. The Gila clip? Play the Gila... What are you talking about? Oh, jeez. Wait, do you mean this? Do you mean this clip, chat? I took that as a time to strategically resize my player because I have fucked it up beyond recognition. Okay. Maybe I've got it all wrong. I'm thinking, she thinks that her husband's an idiot.
I can get there.
You got this face over here, right? And she's thinking, you think, is she thinking about like, this lunatic ranting about killing people? She's thinking about, no. All those times that I've killed people. That's what she's thinking about. She's thinking about guns. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, the whole spurging about bullets and casings and shit, I bet you she knows the difference between a bullet and a shotgun shell, and that's why she's rolling her eyes at him, but trying to look tough while not even knowing the terminology of the shit he wants to use. IDF doesn't know war either. Well, they know going around shooting Palestinian children. That's close enough, right? I wonder if someone did come over to his house, she would have to shoot him. He would hide. He's like, I'll take the kids and go to our panic shelter and go to the Jewish panic shelter in the basement, in the attic. You stay behind with the shotgun and you fire the bullets at the intruder. You've got the experience. You've got the training. I've never taken this to the range. Oh, and then as a follow-up to this gaffe, his fans have descended upon him, and have challenged him because he said, after news came out that James Charles, for whatever reason, was shopping for adult diapers on, I think, Amazon. He accidentally showed his browser, and it turned out that he was shopping for adult diapers. And H3 made the joke that he was shopping for adult diapers because he was a power bottom. Now, this is obviously a horrifically offensive, homophobic remark to the absolute fact that gay bottoms have anal seepage. What is anal seepage, you might be thinking to yourself? Well, I can explain. Anal seepage is when your rectum is loosened due to constant gay sex, as is the case with homosexual men. You can no longer keep your oils and other byproducts from leaking from your rectum into your pantalones. And this is called anal seepage. How do you correct anal seepage, you might be wondering? Adult diapers. Your anus will never heal from the dicks that you've taken if you're a homosexual man. So the only fix is to wear adult diapers like a baby, like a big fat gay baby, and simply leak your anal seepage into this adult diaper, as James Charles does, because he's a homosexual man. Ethan Klein decided to point this out to the world and say James Charles was buying diapers because he is a gay. And people considered this to be deeply offensive, not because it's wrong, mind you, but because he pointed this out, and that reflects poorly on the LGBTQIAP plus communities, and so he was forced to apologize for this grievous action. Apparently, as he says here, to my LGBTQIAP plus fans, I am sorry for the comments on today's show. The sexualization of gay men and the grouping of tops and bottoms is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. Apologies to the caller too, who I shouldn't have passed inappropriately or pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I always mean well. He would like Silence is Violence, who also did the rap. I just realized. It says Jordan B. Peterson called it. Jordan B. Peterson said, "You will be held to a higher and higher standard and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. Please take this warning seriously. I liked you." And I think this was directed to Ethan Klein. So, poor H3. I'm sure he has to contend with his millions of dollars and LA contacts and friends now that his audience thinks that he is a homophobe for correctly diagnosing James Charles as a faggot on his show. And on that note, Nicholas J. Fuentes. Nicholas Fuentes appeared on Russia Today, also known by RT. Many people don't know, for whatever reason, that RT is Russia Today. That isn't a joke. They're a Russian English language, a state-run media channel. Not that that means that it's, not worth listening to. If you listen to Russia Today or Xinhua or China Today or People's Daily or CNN, or BBC, you should realize that all these companies have a perspective, and if you can adjust your expectations for what you hear and say, this is the Russian point of view, this is the English point of view, this is what the government has okayed for these channels to air, then you're in the clear. You have to leave your brain on. There's nothing wrong with that, though many people prefer to just shut their brain off, which is why everything is shit. But Nicholas J. Fuentes, following the footsteps of the grandpa of Kharkiv, appears on Russia Today to provide his opinion on the West treatment of Russian people and its government.
Deputy Director of the EU Institute for Security Studies has sparked controversy after saying that Russians are, quote, not Europeans, and that they see violence and death in a different way.
We should not forget that even if Russians look European, they are not European in a cultural sense. They think differently about violence and death. They have no concept of a liberal, postmodern life, a concept of life that each individual can choose. Instead, life simply can end early with death. Russian life expectancy is quite low, That's why they treat death differently.
Well, the comments sparked.
Just to interject there, to provide some perspective, I don't know, I have not seen the original clip. I'd actually be interested in seeing that. Be aware that Russia Today has been accused of translating things into English from either Russian, Ukrainian, German, whatever it is, from a very misleading point of view. Just food for thought. I don't have a particular opinion about how that's translated.
It's controversy online, even some accusing her of using far-right rhetoric. Earlier, we spoke to the CEO of Cozy.tv and host of America First, who says the rhetoric is Russophobic.
Well, I think the rhetoric towards Russia since the beginning of this conflict, nothing more than Russophobia. And they talk about Russia, the regime, and the people in a way which is just plain prejudice and bigoted. They talk about Russians as though they're uncivilized, treat them like they're not human beings. And it's a little bit ironic because the opposition to the special military operation in Ukraine is supposedly about so-called human rights, about democracy and dignity and all these things. But when you look at the rhetoric coming from NATO, the European Union, and the United States, you would actually think quite the opposite, or you would think at least that maybe none of those things apply to the Russians themselves.
That's all for this hour, but do stay tuned for more great programs here.
Very, very quick little clip, about a minute of Nick talking. I don't know how long that interview went on. It feels very cherry-picked to me. I feel like they probably had him on for 30 minutes or, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, however long. And they kind of talked back and forth, and they managed to cherry-pick a specific statement that they thought was poignant about European opinions towards Russians. And I tend to agree with that statement that for whatever reason, in the last couple weeks, well, not for whatever reason, for a very obvious reason, but surprisingly, I guess, it seems to be like whatever you want to say about Russians goes. Like, people are very racist, like outwardly racist towards Russians. And I've said that about the Chinese before too, but everyone points their guns at me when I say that people are very racist towards the Chinese. God help me. I'm just trying to call it as I see it, and everyone fucking thinks I'm sucking up to Xi Jinping. I'm just saying. However, my opinion on this is that if Nick Fuentes thinks that he has a friend in Russia today, he's an idiot. Like, Westerners like Edward Snowden who seek political asylum in Russia, they're not, it's merely a means of elevating, I guess this is obvious, but it's just a way of like either pissing off the U.S. or it's a way of amplifying their message and to try and win this info war that is happening with Ukraine, which Zelensky is very, very readily winning. I mean, obviously the West was on Zelensky's side to begin with, but in terms of meaning, like, bro, if you were to drive around Europe, you would not think that there was a war in Ukraine. You would think that Ukraine rose the fuck up, became a superpower, and conquered all of Europe and has planted their flag in front of every bar, every government building, every bank, and now we are all subjects of the great Ukrainian empire and Kaiser Zelensky, because that's what it looks like. It does not look like people are supporting an anti-war effort or political peace. It looks like that there has been a hostile takeover and we are now subjects of Volodymyr Zelensky. I don't know, and that's strange to me too. Like the Ukrainian flag is like a peace flag. We have a peace flag. It's a nice symbol. It's a nice little peace symbol. And many of them don't even choose to incorporate the peace symbol into the Ukrainian flag. I've seen it like once or twice, but like if I was trying to like promote peace or whatever, I wouldn't just wave the Ukrainian flag, because that's a country and a government. It's not a political ideology. So yeah, I don't know. I feel again, I have friends who are Ukrainian, I have friends who are Russian, and I feel absolutely no joy from seeing dead Russians and dead Ukrainians. I kind of understand the motivations behind it, and I'm very interested in the outcome simply because of what it means for Pax Americana. I don't necessarily disagree with Nick Fuentes. However, I do think that he's allowing himself to be used by Russia today, which is just a mouthpiece for the Kremlin in English. How this benefits him, I don't know, because now people can just say like, oh, he's literally a Putin stooge, right? But I don't know. Nick Fuentes is weird because he did his Unite the Right rally thing when he was 17. And then he was one of the biggest like right-wing pundits, political people during the Donald Trump election cycle. And then he had to deal with 4 years of intense scrutiny because people were very suspicious of him, people on the left at least. Then he had his fiascos with Catboy Cammy and stuff. And it's literally like I'm watching a young man who has just come from adolescence, who is perhaps very ambitious and confused, and he's trying to navigate both a very complicated, nuanced political spectrum and then also like becoming a man at the same time. And I don't know, he comes across as very gay, but he could just be awkward. He could be a late bloomer, chat. So I kind of feel bad for him, and I don't have ill will towards him. I just think that he is probably in over his head, and I've said that for quite some time. This is really gay. I mean, I'm just saying I feel bad for him. Like I had to adapt to problems as I got older and my sight got bigger, but absolutely nothing like this. And the people realize that the people who lead this country are almost like they have it laid out in front of them. They go to the same universities, like a couple presidents of the United States all went to the same fraternity in some college. I forget the name of it. But George W. Bush was a member of it, and they all knew each other. They're all friends, and then they graduate, they join their parties, and they are basically groomed from birth to rule. And then you have this kid who's just like thrown into it at 17, and he has to like figure out what to do. The Skull and Bones, exactly. That's what I was thinking of. So it's like there's a very real distinction between someone who is ordained to be a politician versus someone like Nick Fuentes, who's trying to do it organically. And I don't think it's going to work out because, I don't know. He just doesn't seem cut for it. And I don't know what he represents anymore. Like, what is his point of view now? Putin good? Like, good luck with that, bro. Anyways, I want to get political. I only get political when it becomes about trannies. That's my rule. Nick is the big gay. Okay. Well, speaking of sexual deviance, I have a little bit to say about flamenco as well. So right after my stream last week, flamenco was due to show up on PPP's stream, the Kino Casino, I don't even know what to do. Like, why the fuck would you do this to yourself? Why? Like, PPP is, I'm trying to think of the right way to describe him. He's very rambunctious. I would say he's like malicious when he talks to people, but he's obviously not there to hear your side of the story when it comes to something like this. He's there to make fun of you to your face in a subtle enough way to keep you around, but in an obvious enough way to make his audience like pay him for the entertainment. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, why would you ever accept that invitation to show up on that stream when you just had this dirt come out? And I really don't know what the fuck he was hoping to accomplish, but he goes out and he basically lies. Like, I don't know how else to put this. I'm not trying to, like, go for Flamenco's throat and call him a liar. But he lied. So I really don't know. His first excuse was that he was very young. I am familiar with this excuse. However, our definition of very young in this instance changes. He was in his 20s, like the same age that I am now, a little bit younger, but he was in late 20s when he posted these things that just got found out. He's like 33 now. So when he says this happened 6 years ago, hearing his voice, you think, oh, well, you know, maybe that was a while ago. He was a teenager. He was in his 20s. He was 26. So that really doesn't cut out. And then he changes it to, I was groomed, to say that he was engaged in an older woman who led him on to like femdom stuff when he was 19 and she was much older than he was, which, I mean, is kind of weird and doesn't really make sense. And then he goes and says, actually, the weird shit that was liked on, because he's, for instance, on his Pornhub account, he says, that the Pornhub favorites were years and years ago. It was a long time ago. And then they pull up the Pornhub thing, and you can tell based on the achievements that he got, because apparently Pornhub is a site that has achievements. He achievement unlocked favoriting videos like a couple months ago. And it's like, why are you unlocking Pornhub achievements for favoriting videos and then saying that these videos were favorited years ago? And he says, I was hacked. I was in the, he didn't say this with certainty. He said, probably what it was is that one of my passwords from this old account ended up in a dump of leaked passwords, and then someone just so happened to try it out and get access to my Pornhub account. And for whatever reason, he had to say this happened twice. He had to say that it happened months ago and then a couple weeks ago in order for that story to make sense. And he's just like, yeah, well, I guess that information was out there. So that's not very convincing at all. And then he cycles again, like 2 hours in, from I was young to I was groomed to I was hacked multiple times to I found Jesus. Literally, that was his next line. I found Jesus. I talked to a priest, and he helped me overcome porn addiction, which I don't believe. I do not believe that anybody, like, I don't know, maybe like in the 80s or 70s or 60s when porn was, like, magazine pornography was just a thing. I don't think anyone in decades has gone up to their priest and said, Father, forgive me, I have sinned. I am I am addicted to brat porn. I want a woman to fart in my face. And he's like, oh, I know just the thing. Do 5 Hail Marys. Count your rosary, my son, and you will find your way. So I really don't believe that. Here's what unironically, I don't think that if number one, I don't think you should have gone on to PPP's thing. That doesn't make any sense. But if you're gonna do that, you should try to make it as funny as possible. Like, he just kind of like balled up and was like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I must have been hacked. I was probably, I was groomed. I found God. I don't know. And he just kept saying that over and over again. Here's what he should have done. PPP got up there and be like, so flamenco about all this porn, and then just as loud as possible, brap, and then it was like, wait, okay, so you're leaning into the brap, just keep interrupting him. Flamenco, no, this is serious. This is about your internet reputation, brap. It just kept doing that over and over and over again until PPP was in tears. Like, flamenco, this is my big Kino Casino episode, and you're supposed to be Matt Jarbo right now. This is your Boulder stream. I'm just until he's in tears, until he is forced to kick flamenco off the stream in a fit of rage, completely unable to control himself and his emotions. That is what he should have done. Instead, he recanted and did all this other shit, and it's like, I don't know. Not advised, and really, he should focus and lean in on the BRAP stuff, because the other thing that people could focus on is much less tasteful somehow. If people really wanted to be mean to him, they could focus on the Lolicon Shotacon tags of that shit. But very thankfully for him, unironically, the fart porn is funnier. So everyone's just going to go BRAP at him and forget the rest, just out of a level of nicety. But if he ever ends up not on people's Christmas list, they will definitely bring up other tags to fuck with him. Just my hot take on that. However, chat, real quick, since everything has been dug up pretty much, there was one thing that was dug up after the Kino Casino that people haven't gotten a chance to really look over, and I will look over this now just because it is a little bit funny. Flamenco decided that it would be a good idea, for whatever fucking reason, to go onto the social board of 4chan and try to find a GF there. He went to the Grand Exchange of 4chan and he said, buying GF. So I have some personal ads here from Flamenco on Soak, the cams and meetups board of 4chan. And I will read them. I've not read through them. I just know that they're here. And this was 2017. So this was 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, something like that. Age 28, sex male, location East Tennessee with regular travel to Charlotte, North Carolina for any babies there. Hopefully not literal babies. Interest, reading, camping, and video. Looking for a girl, hopefully local, to treat nice with my disposable income. One line is cool too, but going to be less monetary and more things like free drinks from Starbucks and other things I can scam for free. Not looking to spend $200 for a cam show. Contact Flamenco hashtag 7590. So this is like way before he became like an internet person. And I read this in the wrong order, actually, because I do remember these. He posted this like 5 times in a row. It's the same. This is a search. That's why it's the same thing in a row. This is all his hits for. So you can see that he's posted this advertisement again and again over apparently in October 2017, September 2017, in August 2017, he really wanted to bang some chick from Soak. In July 2017. So these are almost direct copy paste for each other. And the message is basically the same. Looking for a girl, hopefully local, to treat nice with my disposable income. Cool. Online is cool too. Oh wait, no, I read that. What are you looking for? In real life encounters. Oh no, I got an advertisement from the fucking archive site. Looking for in real life encounters, lavish girls with gifts. What are you not looking for? Strictly online relationships. Picture available on request. Is there anything specific we should know about you or what you're looking for? I guess I have a lot of disposable income now, so I guess spending it on a girl that I hope would come to like me is good a thing as any. Also, I can pretty much make free Starbucks food and drink a thing for 24-hour notice. Would not mind brightening up a few cuties days. Happy face. Biggest kinks and turn-ons: bondage, rough play, master slave play, and then his Discord account. But he'll also check the thread, he says. So what's fascinating about this is that he posted this over and over again for months. And then the difference between his last message and his first message is that he explicitly states he's not looking for a cam show for $200. And then he drops the requirement that it be strictly offline. So now online is on the table. After 5 months of doing this, posting this on Soak, he says, okay, I guess we can do an online thing, but it can't be a cam show thing. Though, I mean, the way that he he really has no idea how to write these. And somebody pointed out in chat correctly that he mentioned in his stream with PPP that his defense for his really awful personal ad, where he sounds like he's looking for a friend more than a girlfriend. He says that it was written by someone else who is trying to help him, and who was like a professional at writing these pages. I'm like, bro. Absolutely not. This was not made by anyone who has ever felt the touch of a woman. There's no way that you can say that someone helped you with this. But with this, it's like, what kind of message are you expecting when you say something like this? I can make free Starbucks food and drink a thing on 24 hours notice. Would not mind brightening a few cuties days. When I read this, it would sound to me, if I didn't know better, that what he's actually saying here between the lines is, I'm looking for a woman to give a Starbucks gift card budget of $200 a month in exchange for nudes. And I want like 8 of you to do booby stuff for me and send me pictures of you naked and doing whatever I want within limitation, and I will give you coffee. I will give you coffee in exchange for your flesh, madam. And then he gets an offering of a cam show, and he's like, wait, no, I want the full girlfriend experience in exchange for coffee. I want the full girlfriend experience. So I don't know. Like I said before, when I read these things, I try to understand, what did you hope would happen? Like, what did you actually expect to happen in this? I really don't know. I don't know. Like, if you're a woman and you're reading this, like, what do you think you get out of it? It sounds like I don't know, just like, this is all you get. Like, this is the information that he's putting out there. So what you're looking for a girl to give gifts to, but he's talking about shit like Starbucks. So he sounds like a Starbucks manager who can swing gift cards and is using that to try and find a girlfriend. Like, this is the kind of thing that could impress like a teenager at like a high school. Like, yeah, babe, I'm 21 and I am a manager at Starbucks. I have my own car, and I can reload your Starbucks gift card, $20 a week if you want to hook up with a man like me. And then like a stupid teenage girl might fall for that, but not most people. It is strange. Like he's the same age as me when he writes this. Wait. I'm 29. So he's a little bit younger than me when he wrote this, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I want you to fart in the coffee. Autism? Yeah, a little bit behind, I guess. I don't know. I don't hate him. He is a VTuber. That alone, that sets him at a disadvantage in my book. He's a VTuber. I have to treat him suspiciously by default. Flame, there are no biological women on 4chan. That is not true. They are fucking insane. The women on 4chan are like super mega molested. Definitely do not try to find your sweetie to brighten a few days from 4chan. That shit will fuck your life up. Just a thought. Write your own meetup offer. No, I don't post on 4chan. I'm not gonna post on 4chan. I don't know. I've tried looking at 4chan, and it's so bad. It's so bad. It makes me sad, and I've whined about this before. It's like I really don't know if I'm just like getting old, or if people are dumber and things are shittier than they used to be. Someone tipped $5 to ask why I would move to China. I don't know, bro. I'm halfway there. I drove. I got through Turkey. I drove through Syria. And you have to be careful on the roads in Syria. The roads are really narrow and there's bombs everywhere. So you have to care. If you feel like there might be a landmine up ahead, pro tip, get out of your car and throw a stick or a rock. And if it explodes, then you're safe to go. Let's see. Anything else funny in the super chats? Stuff about Russian seems a lot like pre-World War I German rhetoric. Like what? About the Germans? Like, I don't know. Like the UK? Yeah. I mean, the UK, like, demonized the fuck out of Germany for decades to justify going to war with them. You want to give me an NFT? No. Cal Polly says, Haru Akamura is a beautiful trans woman. Thank you, Cal Polly. All right. I'll stop reading super chats there. I don't want to turn into one of those. But I wish the fucking messages would appear so I feel like people were actually getting what they tipped for. You know what I mean? Such is life. I tried to fix Manjaro, and then when that didn't work, I went over to Windows and I spent a few hours getting it set up, and then it just doesn't work, chat. Why is life like this? Chantal update. I don't think she's done anything. Did I hit my goal? Yes, I definitely did. It just doesn't show for whatever stupid fucking reason. Slowly turning into Gem. Oh, no. If I ever have an anime basement, please just shoot me. Pull the plug. That's a bit mean, I guess. Rip Boogie. The ambulance is going to get him right now. That's why they're bringing two of them. He's too fucking fat. They're going to have to carry him to the hospital in pieces. Ralph, I have a single line here. Got into a shit flinging contest with some random streamer. I don't even know the guy's name. It was on the Sunrise Media show. I guess, you know what? We're going to listen to that for a bit. Here, this is just for a minute. Just for a minute, we'll listen to this. Spurg's out in chat. Here, take a second to listen to this because I have hit my goal and I promised I would do some filler streaming stuff if I did. I'll just go to it goes on and on where Ralph is literally this guy RPG TV. Never heard of him. He has like a couple viewers 20 people, it says right here. So he has like a couple of viewers. I think he's on Cozy. No, he's not on Cozy. He doesn't like Nick Fuentes. And that's why Ralph doesn't like him, because Ralph is desperate to make Nick Fuentes like him, because Nick Fuentes is so fucking cool. And Ralph just can't get enough of the Catboy barbed wire penis. So this guy is shit talking him. It's 20 viewers, and Ralph gets into the chat, and he just makes fun of him for 10 minutes straight. And Ralph just sits there and lets this guy make fun of him for 10 fucking minutes straight.
Of King Kong, I'll give you that. Ralph Retort says, "I had 300 viewers in 2015. Congratulations, man. I've been doing this for a year." And also, unlike you, I'm not a Nick sucker, so it's a little bit more challenging for me. You're calling me a bitch to my. I don't feel like you're calling me a bitch to my face. I feel like you're in the chat seething. Fuck you, like,
I like the
why
term
are you
Nick
here?
Sucker. Nick
Why would you
Sucker's
be
a
watching my
good
stream?
joke.
What is going on right now? This is kind of surreal. I'm a snake.
I really wish his chat was visible. I would love to know, because Ralph must be drunk. I just think that Ralph is drunk all the fucking time now, because he cannot, like, no human being on earth can live with the consequences of Ralph's actions. He even put out this thing. I wonder if it's still up on Knitter, if I can find it real fast. God, he tweets so fucking... Here it is. So Ralph gets mad at Cog. If you don't know who Cog is, don't worry. Nobody does. He is British, which should tell you everything you need to know. But he's one of... Okay, if you're British, if you live on that godforsaken island, is there like a British, like a fun British word like slag for a guy who's like a neat and who smokes weed all the time and is English? Give me a word for that. Cog here is a fucking loser. He is a literal fucking loser. He's probably as big a loser as Ralph is. And a chav, a jippo. He's not. A chav is what you call like a dosser. Dosser is a funner one. I don't think he's a chav. I'm gonna call him a dosser. So Cog's a dosser, probably from fucking Cornwall. Am I right, English people? And he says that your fiance gets swatted twice and all you do is retweet him. Everyone knows Ralph runs the Pantsu account. Hey, Satin tried any take on the police turning up twice to your address when you're out both times. Cog's actually right here. Some Spurg did a plagiarism analysis check on Pantsu's recent tweets versus Ralph's tweets, and there's a very clear delineation between her old messages and her new messages. So it's assumed that Pantsu has remade a Twitter account that's like an anime Twitter account that she can Spurg about fucking anime shit. And meanwhile, the Satin Tread account has been hijacked by Ralph, so he can just be like, yeah, that Ethan Ralph is sure one of the nicest men I've ever met. He's much better than Digibro and any of those fucking hater A-log pieces of shit like Medicare. And he just like sucks his own dick from that account. And it's pretty obvious that he's doing this. So Dosser Cog calls out Ethan Ralph, and then Ethan Ralph responds, I just took this one just for you, Cog. It's something you'll never have, your own family. You couldn't even raise another man's child. They told you to get lost, LOL. You keep hoping and praying for my downfall, because it certainly won't be by you. Who does it? And he posts this wonderfully unflattering picture of Pantsu breastfeeding a baby with her nipples censored with emoji. Really just very I'm hard pressed to ever feel bad for May because it's all her own fault. I kind of feel bad for her because she looks like total shit in this. She looks like she's flicking off Ralph. Like, I know the picture, like, flick off the camera for Cog, but you can just tell with her, like, her glare, her angry eyes and shit-eating fake grin, that is her saying, fuck you, Ralph, for doing this to me. So she just looks like shit. And he's like, smile for the picture, smile for the camera, baby. I gotta win an internet fight right now with that fucking Dosser Cog. What a world. Here, let's play some more of that guy arguing. Like, just imagine the entire time this is happening. Ralph has a baby, right here. He's very proud of it. When Doster Cog comes at him and says, you're faking your not your wife, your fiance, your perma fiancés, because he's never going to marry her. On Twitter, you're kind of a fucking loser. He says, actually, I have this wonderful family right here, and instead of spending time with him, with May or with the baby, who, by the way, if you don't know, the baby's name is Roseanne. Rosanna. Spelled with a Z. So like Rozanna. And she instantly, on day one, has obtained the nickname Cozy Rosie. And I thought, oh, that's a cute nickname, because it's like they're on Cozy. And in fact, Ethan Ralph, you can look, if you scroll up, you might notice in his things that at a certain point here, April 14th, Odyssey is the top link in his tweets. April 14th, it switches over to Cozy being the top link. So now he's really nick sucking his heart. He's on his hands and knees giving a full-throated nick sucking to Cozy. And he has now made Cozy his primary channel, which he's advertising. It's like, well, that's a cute nickname, Cozy Rosie, right? But now I'm tempted to think he named that child Roseanne with a Z backwards. He came up with the name Cozy Rosie and then applied it to the child. And this woman here already had a name picked out. Kagome Inuyasha Ralph. A beautiful name that she loved a lot. And he said, no, actually, it's going to be called Roseanne. So I can call this child Cozy Rosie. And Nick Fuentes will like me more. And perhaps when that child turns 13, and Nick Fuentes is still desperately trying to hide the fact that he's a homosexual, I can arrange a marriage with Nick Fuentes and my daughter, Cozy Rosie, and have her be his beard and protect his political career in the far future. And that is an unironic possibility. In fact, I know as lowly as that sounds, it's not impossible, because I am vaguely aware that when Mark Zuckerberg who is a libertarian, of course, and married an Asian woman, Mark Zuckerberg had a child, I think a daughter, and I think he named his daughter after Paramount leader Xi Jinping's mother or something. He named it after something related to Xi Jinping. And he told Xi Jinping this and said, Xi Jinping, I've named my first child after something of great value to you. Will you please let Facebook be in China now? And Xi Jinping went, ha, no, you fucking creepy lizard man. Get the fuck out of my country. And to this day, Facebook is not in China, despite the flesh offering from Mark Zuckerberg. So one day in the far future, Ethan Ralph will be like, Nick Fuentes, I have named my daughter after your streaming platform. Can I please be your main bitch? Can I please be your main hoe? And Nick Fuentes will look at Ralph and Cozy Rosie and think, nah, get the fuck away from me, you weirdo. Oh, good times. Good times. I'm glad I'm not any of these people. You think Ralph made Pantsu throw away the Medicare hat she bought? That's right. She did have a Medicare hat. Do you think that's she wears it? She has a little gem shrine in her closet that he's not allowed to see. Birthday. Oh, the birthday video, of course. How could I forget? Oh, this intro is so long now. I'll just play it. The intro to the Sunrise production thing is now like 30 seconds long because he keeps adding shit to it.
If I shit my myself, I would tell you motherfuckers. I probably make more money off shitting myself, and I'm better at it than anybody else in this whole fucking sector. From the top on down. I'm gonna go live on air, and I'm gonna pull out my fucking dick, and I'm gonna piss all over the fucking place. Guaranteed.
Some days it's just hard to see the light, but that doesn't mean
I'm fucking gay, period. And so that's my position, and I think anybody with a brain can understand that.
I think that's on Sunrise Media.
You know, I'm gonna miss Ralph when he's dead. I know it's a bit premature to say that, but I'm gonna miss him. Like that sums up his character so perfectly. It's gonna be a shame when he's fucking dead.
Ethan, happy birthday, Ethan. Love your dad, Jim, and best friends Josh, Flam, and Gator. Good luck on the upcoming corn harvest and enjoy that cake.
As I did ask my producer.
Well, I cut off a bit early. That was very cute. Look how happy he is there with his little Ethan cake. What simpler times, chat. Happy birthday, Ethan. I'm glad I got invited to the party. I didn't think I would be allowed to sit at the cool kids table where they talk about anime.
For like a decade. I started this year.
Actually, they posted a blue screen of that too. It's gonna be hard to tell if that's a actual ambulance or if that's just a super chat at some point. If you're hearing this on the archive, it's hopefully unless I've completely fucked up the audio channel, it's just the recording. I don't know. You guys want to hear more of this guy talking to Ralph in chat, or should I move on? I'll let you guys decide. I do have some transgender profiles to review if you'd prefer that. You know, I'll do a thing. You want to hear more of the arguing or trans profiles? Arguing profiles. Like I said, the really shitty thing about this is that there's no like chat archive. Watch the full video. No, I'm not feeling that. I can't just like stream this guy's videos and comment over it and say like, yeah, this is my podcast now. I'm just gonna treat Sunrise Media, the guy from my forum who runs this account, I'm just gonna treat him like my Tucker Carlson. I'm just gonna it's like 50-50. Fuck. Okay, you know, I'll play like another minute or two of this, and then I'll move on to the I'll clip it towards the start because that's where it kind of like realizes, oh, Ralph is like in my chat yelling at me.
Oh, Ethan Ralph is watching my stream. Ethan Ralph is in the Odyssey chat. Wow, look at that. What a strong endorsement we're getting here, folks. Ethan Ralph is in the chat. Wow. Who knew?
Internet personality.
It's him. And he says, LOL, they made promises they did not keep. Quoting me, he says, you mean the Quino Casino was full of shit and had nothing? I'm shocked. I don't know, man.
Quino
Usually they
Casino.
come through it. I think
Quino Casino. Not his best work.
you know. I think you know better than anyone that they usually do come through. And what was up with that softball interview with Baked yesterday? That was lame as hell, man. Carrying water for snaked Ratlaska? Not a good look, man. Not a good look. You really bought that bullshit? He says, you mean like with the fake rape allegation?
You know, he's supposedly afraid of saying Alice now, which I can believe. I guess, I don't know. He probably wants to move on from that as quickly as possible. I would also want people to forget if I ever got anywhere near Alice.
With Alice? That wasn't fake, bro. That was 100% real. What was fake about it? Thought I was going to be in jail? I think you probably are going to jail. I don't know all the details, but...
Let's skip ahead. There's a part that I'd really like
man,
about this.
I believe that you are a rapist, and I don't think Alice is the first person you've raped. I don't think it's the first time you've done it. We'll wait and see what comes from those phony charges. We'll see, man. We'll see, but... Oh, yeah, you're the biggest in the game. From top of the sector.
There's a part where he just points out that This guy literally has 20 people in his chat. And for whatever reason, Ralph is like sloshed in his chat, just arguing with him about stupid shit that doesn't matter. Stupid shit where even if he actually wins this exchange, which cannot happen, it will accomplish nothing. Nobody's minds will be swayed. Nothing will change. And he's just like rage pigging in some random fucking guy's Odyssey chat to nobody. And it's bizarre. I always hate like saying like, oh, he's spiraling, but I don't know. Like you just had a baby. Your life should be different now. You should be focusing on things other than arguing with people in Odyssey chats. But he really must not spend any time with that kid. It must be entirely up to Pantsu. And they probably both like that arrangement, where Ralph is not around the baby or her. He's just in his computer room, like raging on the fucking computer, and they have figured something out to make this work for the moment. There's okay, here I'll let it play a minute because I'm getting something set up, and then I'll segue it over.
Or no, would you say number one in the sector from the top on down? Yeah, once the drugs wear off, man, you'll realize where you really stand. Okay, the stream isn't what it used to be. You know you're washed up, right? Yeah, you are like King Kong. You're rotund like he is. You're girthy like he is. So that is true. Yeah, I mean, compared to me, you are reminiscent of King Kong. I'll give you that. Ralph Retort says, I had 300 viewers in 2015. Congratulations, man. I've been doing this for a year. And also, unlike you, I'm not a Nick sucker, so it's a little bit more challenging for me. I'm not afraid of you. I think that you are an abject failure, and unlike everybody else, I'm not gonna ball wash. Okay, I don't ball wash for people who are beneath me. Do you have a bigger audience than I do? Yes, your audience is bigger than mine, but you are beneath me in every category. In every category, you are lower than I am. You are a cockroach to me. So congratulations, your stream is bigger than mine. For now, I mean, you've been doing this for like a decade. I started this year. So
Another all-time banger from the kill stream. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Homosexual, and
it worked. I did it very, very creatively through the magic of editing. I have seamlessly segued this over to the women's dating profiles. This is why I need a professional setup. That's what I'm collecting super chats so I can get these buttons together so I can seamlessly play enough annoying fucking sound effects and video sound effects to segue our streams over. So this guy has done more work and has put together some more dating profiles, and I'll go over them. As it is a slow week, not much happening, and I have graciously hit my goals for super chat stuff, so I can afford the DDoS medication as Path sends me nasty fucking emails to my attorney. Her apt up, which, if you need reminding, chat. Thanks for showing May's post SRS photo, Jerish. When's Ralph going to leak a photo of her inverted penis to own the A-logs? I'm sure that it probably looks a little bit oogly down there right now because she just gave birth, allegedly. I'm assuming that the child did not spawn in the gutter. I'm going to be nice. People said I A-logged the baby last time I talked about Cozy Rosie. I'm sorry, Cozy Rosie, but you're named after a fucking streaming platform ran by a gay cat boy. I'm not trying to A-log you. I'm just saying it as it is. Maxine says, as a trans woman, do I have any luck, or do the women here not like non-passing, pre-everything trans women such as myself? It's not saying it's a bad or good thing, just wondering if I'm wasting my time, LOL. Maxine, 18, start of his life, just became an adult, already ruined everything. Shitty little dog. Hate those fucking dogs. I am a shy trans girl, and everyone here is so pretty. I wish I could look like you gals. I'm bi. And honestly, I'm not sure I'm looking for, and at the very least, I'd like a friend, LOL. I like to game and do creative things such as making world or music building. Making music or world building. I don't know how the fuck I mix those two up. I like to chat and get to know people, so if you want to get to know me, then hit me up. Looking for not sure yet, gender identity, trans woman, sexual identity, bisexual. Don't want kids, not religious. I eat everything. Favorite video games are Dark Souls, Skyrim, Doom. All these, like, this is another dating profile that just sounds like, I wish I had people who would tolerate my presence. I switch between Dom and Sub a lot, but I don't have much experience, so I don't know. Then you're neither. Casey Rain. Is that a first name? Is it like a hyphenated first name? So this is what a Casey Rain looks like, in case you're wondering. Kind of looks like Hila Klein. But with moles, like Sticks. I swear, Sticks should just trune out at this point. Sticks has the look, man. He's already in the Netherlands. Just smoke some of the ganja and shroon out. The world would welcome you. Wowie. Just a huge nerd riding the high of that one time in 2014 someone laughed at one of my jokes. I'm also a recovering California resident. Stay in California, please. And spend my days pretending that being at work counts as my social life. Fully vaccinated. Wow. I'm really glad you threw that one out there. No weed. What a shocker. 5'11". It's taller than I am. Right now I'm listening to too much K-pop. The most common item in my wardrobe is lace and sheer. My favorite video games are WoW Classic. I lead a guild. Any WoW players out there who regret the state of their guilds and all the major guilds being ran by people who are probably trannies? I found out that... What? Oh. I found out that it's probably because Casey... Do you think Casey Rain has named themselves after a World of Warcraft character? Rain sounds like it could be a World of Warcraft name. Is there a World of Warcraft player who has a name Rain? I know there's like Drow Ranger and Windrunner. Probably, yes, of course. 100%. You'll never be a woman. No. Dead by Daylight. Hollow Knight. Dead by Daylight. This is the kind of person who puts the gay flag on their profile, and then when I'm playing Michael Myers, I just kill them. I get one kill, one sacrifice by the end of the game, but I am having a blast doing it, so who gives a fuck? Dogs or cats? Cats. I have 2 kittens who are probably adorably evil. Tucker. Oh, I don't know what that is. I wouldn't hanker guess. This is female to male, I think. Because they're trying way too hard to look like a bro. I'm a bro, dude. My house is a fucking mess, and I look like shit. But I got, like, my keys attached to my belt. I'm like a bro. I'm like a bro, dude. I wear cowboy boots. I'm not like a fat lesbian. I'm like a bro. God, she really likes that dog. That dog has boundary issues. Trans Butch Leatherdyke. Z, her, they, them. Don't make exceptions about my agab. I don't know what an agab is. Verse, non-monogamous, T for T. Mutual aid, fuck 12, land back. What? None of these words make sense to me. What is an agab? What is a verse? What is a T for T in this instance because they're a lesbian? What is mutual aid? What does fuck 12 mean? I hope it doesn't mean what I think it means. What is land back? Help me. I don't know. I have no fucking idea what any of this means. Assign gender at birth. Don't make assumptions about my... Too late. Okay. Sorry. Boogie keeps dying. That's what the sirens are for. Soon I will be in a place where there are no sirens. And the only sirens will be from the generous super chats coming in. Land back is Australian. Oh, for the Aborigines. Okay. Only in fucking America. Yeah, eat shit. Only in Australia, you fucker. Fuck 12. Okay, 12 is the police. Okay, I got you. I don't know. Mutual aid is probably when you guys are like fake communists or some shit. I like books and my dog and solid communicators. I will cuck your boyfriend. No, he can't watch. ISO leather kink friends with benefits. Looking for a third if you're into that. Butch for Butch. I'm 100% done with TME closet turfs. So if you're TME and you don't center the safety and comfort of trans women and other TMA folks, you can fuck right off. I'm not interested. Bitch, I have no idea what you're trying to say. The dyke icon, this is the first time I've seen the dyke icon on her. That looks like, I don't know, it looks like a German font. She looks like, if this was like a tattoo, I would assume that you were a skinhead and it's just some weird like font I can't read that says something racist. I don't know what to tell you. Gender identity is dyke, Sagittarius, dogs. That's it. This person, I say this a lot, but this person was molested. This is someone who is like, I want to be as repulsively not sexually attractive to men as possible. I want someone who is attracted to women to look at me and to feel fear. Verse. Top, bottom, or switch. Verse. What the fuck is verse? Verse, lesbian. Definition. Verses are switches. Oh, okay. Verse must be like Australian slang for switch or something. I don't know. I really don't know. This is fucking bizarre. Her name is Tucker? Someone send her a little bow tie like Tucker Carlson. Harley, 26. She, her. Looks a lot older than 26. I guess estrogen does that to you. Lots of Coomer or consumer shit in the background. Comic books and little action figurines hung over the wall. I'm just a trans girl who's been living in Portland area for a little under a year now, so there's a lot I haven't seen yet. I'm a nerd who loves sci-fi, horror, retro games, D&D. Shout out to the D&D players out there. A little bit of everything. Looking for a relationship, but I'm open to friends or whatever makes you feel right for people. Ask me about my collection of Pokemon merchandise. Now that is sexy. If I saw that in a profile, I would be like, Ask me about my collection of Pokemon merchandise. Final line, fully vaxxed. Watch for the mark of the beast. No, loves animals, but no pets. Socially, no weed. Doesn't say anything about kids. Coffee and alt rock when I plan out the rest of my day. My favorite movie is Gremlins. I spiritually identify with screaming monsters who appreciate junk food and anarchy. And they like snakes. I'm a snake. I'm trans snake. Daria, 27, verified. So this is a verified profile. Has the bull ring on. Every picture is extremely close up. With like a ton of foundation on and then like heavy lipstick or whatever. Work programmer. Music. My favorite is metal, but every genre I've heard has music I like. Video games, hanging out with friends, finding new places to eat and drink. Sometimes femme, sometimes not. Boogie just died again, by the way. Recently trying to get back into playing guitar after not doing anything with it for a few years. No turfs, no swerfs. 6'3". Holy shit. That's scary. So they dress in all black like the golf girlfriend that rejected them in high school, introvert. And they have a Leviathan cross on my left forearm. Wants lots and lots of tattoos. Oh. Wow. This is definitely... Look, this is another person who's like taking a picture of themselves in the women's restroom. Like, yeah, I'm a girl. I get to take pictures of myself in the women's restroom if I want to, because I'm a real girl. Like another, like Jonathan Nenev. That's how Yaniv got his start as a creepy weirdo. He kind of looks like a singer there. Someone in particular he really reminds me of, but I can't place my finger on it. Wow. Holy shit. What is that? What's that phone? Looks like a trans colored pacifier. You can almost see his balls hanging down there. He bought the... What the fuck is happening, for real? He bought the PewDiePie Racist Gamer headset. And this is their one girlfriend who enables them and tells them that they pass. Pronoun, she, the Russians are fading. I'm actually getting annoyed. Like, I remember I had to wait for like an hour for one to drive past me so I could record it. And now they're like speeding off to some sort of horrific incident. The firebombing of Belgrade. I really love music and food. I can't wait to explore more of Tomoka and Seattle. I love my dog adventures and burlesque. I am a Slytherin. Fuck JK. I am a Slytherin. Fuck JK Rowling. And I am a burlesque performer. Daddy with a shoe. Sexual idea. They're a daddy lesbian. Daddy lesbian. Not sure yet on kids. My language is acts of service are greater than words of affirmation, are greater than quality time, are greater than physical touch, are greater than gifts. That's creepy. That's like a cult leader thing. Like, I don't know. That's dangerous to me. Sky. This is Sky. What does that say? Diversity Alliance. Hanging out in front of that freshly nylon trans flag. Sky looks like that cannot shave for their picture. 41 years old. 41 years old. Hanging out with his dog. Looks like the It's Ma'am guy. I'm a vocalist and bass player. Sometimes I stream it on Twitch. Chat, he just reminded me. A couple streams ago, okay, tell me if I mentioned this. A couple streams ago, I played this song. You may remember it. I'm only going to play a second of it.
So never mind on what you cared it out for, what you cared it out for.
Did I mention that guy turned out, the singer in that song, has announced recently that he's now trans? Did I mention that the lead singer of Rainbow Kitten Surprise is now trans? I played that, and then like 2 weeks later, he announces, not even 2 weeks, like the same week, he announces that he's now trans. It's like the world. I admire something. I declare to the world, I like something. I like something, chat, and the world responds, now it's gay. And it's no longer good, and it will never be good, and you'll never like it again. I'm thinking like, okay, that's why I can't ever tell you things. Like I'll say like, oh, I drove through Bulgaria and it was lovely. I had a great time in Bulgaria, and then the news would come on. Bulgaria has made homosexuality its state religion. The Prime Minister of Bulgaria has resigned and elected the first supreme transgender ruler of the new gay Bulgaria. And the new flag of Bulgaria is just the rainbow flag, and it would just be fucking ruined forever. So I have to keep my heart hidden, chat, so that these things do not happen. Laura, 18. That's unfortunate. Can someone in the autistic shit spigot chat post the picture of Spooky Wheat Trash where they look like Ralph? I promise that I will rein this back in a second, in case you have no idea what I'm talking about. She, her, he, him, they, them. Any pronouns, I guess. Hi, I'm Laura. I'm male to female, but I haven't started transitioning yet, and I'm still present fairly masculine in public. I'm not entirely sure what I'm on here for, but I'm open to anything. I have a ton of hobbies and interests, so feel free to ask if you want to know more about me. And that one was a fake one. That was a super chat. Thank you. Ton of hobbies. Ask. Bisexual. No smoking. I eat everything. Evangelion, anime watcher confirmed. history. Yeah, tell me about the Institute for Sexual Sciences, Laura. What happened to that? Oh, did someone post the picture of Spooky Weep Trash? No, the one where they look like Ralph Phobingus. Who the fuck is that? I'm not asking for their thoughty cosplay shit. Oh. I'll circle back to it when someone actually gets the right picture. Vivian 29 has a JO crystal, 2 JO crystals even, and a weird like heart collar thing. That's creepy. Meet your maker, 2nd round. I can't read that backwards, or I would. They have like a bunch of like shitty tattoos all over their fingers, and oh my god, that's so gaudy, like a rainbow flag belt. It's not Corona, it's chronic. What? Their mask says it's not Corona, it's chronic. Okay. Hi, INFP, ACAB, ADHD, vaxxed. The world is fucked up, and I just want someone to wake up next to while we try to survive the late stages of capitalism. Oh my god. This person just needs to disappear one night. Maybe on a train. If you want someone to fuck around with, I could be your girl, though I prefer a long-time relationship. Poly is fine with me, but I prefer a monogamous relationship. Trans mom. Just wanting someone to care for and who will care for me. You don't ever have to meet my kid unless we get serious. I'm a huge nerd, books, movies, video games, MTG. That kid is... Okay, you know, the next Hitler is going to be one of these kids that watch their dad become a woman. This kid is going to grow up with a kind of fiery hatred that none of you can even fucking imagine. It's built. That kid exists. He's walking around right now. He's combing his. I legit don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't think that there's that many ambulances in the fucking city. Are they just like driving around in circles, honking their fucking horns at me to piss me off? What the fuck is up? For real. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for this stream, like this episode or whatever, where it's just like Josh tries to read shit while the ambulances do donuts out front. I'm being gang stalked. My love language is physical touch, kissing, holding hands, hugging, and cuddling. Acts of service. Let me give you a massage as we lays down. Let me make you breakfast. Nothing sexier than breakfast. Nobody has found that picture of Spooky Weep Trash yet. It's who is the guy that has the kissy face and the rainbow emoji in his name? He's the one who is the holder of the Spooky Weep Trash picture that I actually want. Okay, sorry. I left this guy's face up on my screen. Dana, 33. She heard another person who is in the Sticks and Hammer. Or what's the other one? No, Sticks is the right one. I was thinking of the God effin' Sneed. I always get them two confused. Sticks and Hammer and God effin' Sneed. They're the same people to me. Razor Fist. They both look alike, and this person looks like them, and this person also looks like Philosophy Tube. They all kind of like are the same lengthy. Oh, I love that cat. He looks just like my cat. I had a cat named Stewie. He looked just like that, with the crooked mustache and everything. Shy and sensitive, but fiercely loyal. All vaccines up to date. I just realized this sounds like a pet adoption listing, and I mean, I wouldn't be against that. That is painful. I can't believe you could write that. The book on my bedstand is Lane Banks Against a Dark Background. In retrospect, all of his work gives me big egg vibes. Curious if others disagree. Mostly in Portland. I did live in Japan for 5 months before they said, "Why to Pegu, go home. Why to Pegu, go home. Stop groping our little girls on the train." Hi, I need admin assistance, please. I keep getting reported and suspended as a result of being trans, and I've lost 2 accounts today, one under my phone number, the under my Facebook. The only other option that I have is going through my Apple ID, which, as you can see, is under my dead name. And I'm very uncomfortable with that. Could someone please help me get at least one of my old accounts recovered? Please. I'm following all the rules. Don't post social media handles. Don't post nudes, etc. This is just a guess, but unfortunately, I think the programming perceives you as a cis male. I'm trans and don't have this. Look at Danny flexing on poor Eric. Eric is like, help, please. I want to creep on women too. And then Danny, who is like just ridiculously fucking masculine looking, more masculine than Eric, is like, 3D, I don't have the problem. Obviously, I path so well that the computer's like, honey, you look fabulous. I'm trans. I don't have this issue. But I'm very fem. He actually thinks that. That is fucking madness, bro. Look at you. Look at the size of your head, my dude. Look at you. When I say this, I mean I have long hair and wear makeup. I do not mean any offense, but your photos don't have the same look, which is messed up because no one should judge you for how you present your spells, especially an app that claims to be LGBTQ friendly. That being said, it bothers me that some of these women here are searching for femmes only. I know people are allowed their preferences, and this includes AFABs as well, but it feels like it's treading on turf territory. Literally saying, if you don't want to suck my girl dick, you're a fucking bigot, and fuck you. I'm not out at home. I don't have the luxury to look more femme. Believe me, I know the feeling. All my photos were taken in private. Nonetheless, my point is that this app should definitely be more understanding of someone in your situation. This is proof. We have to bully these people because both Eric and Danny here are in the closet still. They can be kept in the closet. We can keep these people in the closet. If we try hard enough, if we all lean up against that door, we can keep it shut, chat. We need to be fiercely bigoted at all times. Nonetheless, my point is that this app should definitely be more understanding of your situation, blah, blah, blah. Cry me a fucking river, Eric. I'm feeling pretty dysphoric right now, and I think I need someone who's attracted to my body type to treat me like a lady in bed to alleviate this. This isn't a line, but it could be. Help, I'm depressed, and the only thing that will fix my dysphoria is a prostate massage from the inside. I shouldn't have to do activism for queer women on an app for queer women, but this is the 6th time that I've gotten banned for being trans. The Where Her email hasn't responded. We Are Her email hasn't responded since the 4th. And the mods keep ignoring me. Being trans is exhausting. Admin, helpies, please. I got banned again for suspicious. Look at this. Like, it's really hard to see because it's such a small icon, but the dude deadass looks like fucking John Oliver, like in a like a maroon shirt, and it's like, oh, I guess I pass. He has 5 o'clock shadow and everything. He does not pass in any context, any sense of the word. I got banned again for suspicious activity, which really means that TERFs are reporting me for being mad at how flat my chest is. Someone help me, please. They still haven't reinstated any of my old accounts or gotten back to me at We Are Her address. Yo, fat shaming is a problem and all, but to keep banning me for my body type is tiring. This is like my 6th account. One TERF shouldn't decide that I unilaterally can't make friends. Ooh, profile. Oh, look, it's Eric. We get the follow-up on Eric. He also looks like someone. I can't place it right now. Look at this dude. How is he growing booba already? Is he taking the estrogen in silent? He's buying that horse estrogen from Kiev. Wow. This dude's 26. And he's like, what the fuck? These people are so underdeveloped. My name is Emma. The app won't let me change it. Oh, here's Emma. Here's Emma in his glory. She, her. Oh, Emma is Eric from a different picture. Who does he look like? It's driving me crazy. I swear to God, he looks just like someone. It looks like Flamenco. That's mean. Hey, TERFs, I hate how flat my chest is too, but I get over it. Stop suspending my account because I have less pathetic ways to spend my life. Easy peasy mage, Schmorky, Zelensky, Alan Harper, Flam, Seinfeld. Everyone looks like Flamenco for me. Oh, you're right. Just an angry left-wing Jewish trans lesbian. Oh, duh, obviously. Let me finish that sentence before I make smart-ass comments. Just an angry left-wing Jewish trans lesbian who wears her yarmulke on her face, properly covering the nose and mouth. It reads like satire, but somehow it's the nightmare that we live in. I like nerdy things from D&D to coding. How is this real? To superhero movies to Nintendo crap. And so what? He has a Switch. I'm mainly looking for other queer friends, but I'm open for friends with benefits as long as the emphasis is both with the F and the B. Coder, D&D, Nintendo Switch, Jewish, left-wing trans lesbian, mask aficionado who is raging at the turfs and looks like I guess like Schmorky. I don't know. This face is triggering me so hard, and I can't tell who it is. This is not a bingo. This is like a blackout on the card. We have hit everything. Crazy. Oh, and they smoke weed. Perfect. We gotta get that square check too. They can't keep getting away with this. He does kind of look like the pole chud meme as well, but. Those are some dead eyes, man. That's seen some shit. So, says Sidonia, I came out to my mom yesterday. Yeah, I'm a late bloomer. And she said, I'm glad you told me. I love you just the same, and I'm proud of you. Be who you are and be proud. I thought she responded like that. I'm 40, and I don't need her approval. And it still made me cry with happiness to know that she accepts me without hesitation. I really appreciate this little community, the safe space in which to share. Thank you for listening. Savin says, good for you. I'm happy you did. Kim says, wonderful and wonderful that she supported you. Briley says, and Briley's the man. I am just so delighted for you and happy for you, and you've earned so much love and support by working very hard and being an absolutely brilliant, kind, loving person. I'm glad that your mom accepts you. It's pretty freaking amazing. And Sidonia says, thank you. My mom's going to love and accept you and your beautiful, badass self, too. Are they in like a relationship? Oh, my God. What the fuck? Wait. What's the M? Are they a mod? Is this the mod who runs her? The M has to mean moderator. This is the mod on the lesbian dating app, chap. I can't believe it. What a horrific way to end this post. Janny, sweep it up, Janny. All right, we're at 2 hours. I have more posts. I'll do some. People like these. I'll do some more. Kill some time. Let's see. I guess I have the rest of the rap to play. You guys, should I play the rest of the rap chat? Should I serenade you? Should I get you to play through it? I do have, no, yikes. The fuck is that thing? No. Yeah, sure. I do have an outro song, don't I? Yeah, I have the gun to play. Mom, can I borrow your underwear? Play them. Okay, I'll play it. Oh, wait. Urgent. Here, I'll put this up. You know what? I'll play the rap, and then I'll show that thing that I've been meaning to show you for like a year now. Did I close out of the tab? I hope not. We're going to pretend that I didn't close out of the tab. I remember exactly the timestamp, though. Okay, one more minute of this.
Any and her homies that will never be your man. Senpai, oh my, you forgot my favorite board. I only ride my tractor through the field of wheat wars. Go ahead, take a ride, maybe even partake. You'll soon realize that Japan was a mistake. Meta and off topic, these are self-explained, but don't think a lack of cows only leads to smaller flames. Go ahead, give me a sticker, it only makes me snicker. I can win in 3 words, shut up Friday. And I ain't made no dinner yet, busy fighting fags cause I'm mad on the internet. Ain't got no intellect, I ain't never been correct. Light me up a cigarette, I'm mad at the internet. It's Friday, I ain't made no dinner yet, busy fighting fags cause I'm mad at the internet.
You can't leave yet, I got the hook that you're gonna sit around another 28 seconds for.
Ain't got no intellect, I ain't never been correct. Light me up a cigarette, I'm mad at the internet. It's Friday, I ain't made no dinner yet. Too busy fighting fags cause I'm mad at the internet. Ain't got no intellect, you ain't never been correct. Light me up a cigarette, I'm mad at the internet. Yo.
Okay.
Peace.
Thank you, Young Anonymous, for that. Okay, so this picture reminded me of this. I believe, I could be mistaken, chat. You know how I am. I'm often slow in the mind. This person is named Spooky Weeb Trash, and I'm not trying to. I'm trying to be a good boy, right? I'm not trying to pick fights. Spooky Weeb Trash is the co-host of Anime Boomers, the podcast that Gator does with Spooky Weeb Trash, right? If you don't know, Gator used to be the co-host of Ethan Ralph. And you may notice there is some semblance between Spooky Weeb Trash and Ethan Ralph. And there is speculation that Gator would like to fuck Spooky Weeb Trash. And it is very, very, very funny to me that Gator is trying to fuck someone who looks so much like Ethan Ralph. I had to share this with my audience because I felt like only out of all the people in the world who I could share the sentiment with, only my chat would understand it in full. Am I losing my mind? Do I see it? This could be a Photoshop. I really don't know, but is that a wig? I think that she did like cosplay, and this might be a wig for like some character, but it really just looks so much like Ralph. I hate the Antichrist. I don't know. Gator never did apologize for calling me a pedophile for like 3 years because Ethan Ralph told him to. So I guess I shouldn't feel too bad for making fun of him. Okay. Did I miss anything? Any requests? Did anyone super chat and they want me to read their super chat really bad? I'll look through real quick. Alan Cumming, this nigga looks exactly like Alan Cumming, says Solomon Grunty. Someone complained that they never got their confirmation email. Oh, that reminds me, I have to fix that. The SMTP SSL certificate expired. Ralph reporting Flam. Oh, that's right. I didn't mention that. Flamenco is getting like 4 times the number of Ralph's stream by like stream sniping him. So Ralph live like DMCA'd his YouTube channel and Twitch. Ralph is so fucking gay. I don't know. It kind of it unironically kind of bothers me how Ralph basically built his career off calling people out for doing exactly all the same shit that he does now, and his chat isn't like an open revolt about it. Like, if people want to make fun of your fucking gay ass streams, you just have to deal with it, bro. You can't complain that people steal your content when your entire when basically all of your content is the exact same shit that people are doing to you. His chat's low. Dude, the people who watch Ralph's streams at this point are brain damaged. Legit fucking like just dumb fucking people. Can I even is he even live? Can I like show you what his streams are like? Just to humor us right now. Ethan Ralph live with 292 viewers. Okay, let's watch like 30 seconds of this. I just want to show you what his streams are like. Is the audio broken? Is it muted?
100,000 small arms and light weapons were looted or lost between 2013.
This is his stream. He watches news. He's watching Russia Today live. He's wearing glasses inside because his eyes are fucked up and he looks like a retard. He's wearing a hat indoors because he's embarrassed about his gray hair and his balding hairline. His chat is fucking dead. 300 people, almost 300, 290 people watching allegedly. No comment activity because he purges everyone in his chat constantly. Just watching. And he's trying to pick a fight with Jim because that's the only attention that he gets. And that's like it. He just watches the news to like kill time, and then he like he's like on his phone shit talking people on Twitter, and then he interrupts like the news to say like, I fucking hate this anime fucking Coomer bitch.
I don't understand it really, but
I love that he has to wear sunglasses inside now. I bet you those are really expensive too. I bet you he paid like $600 for those sunglasses. Those sunglasses that look like something my mom would wear when she was driving. Am I wrong? Those look like women's glasses, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not a fashionista, but they do look like something my mom would wear, especially if they were tinted a little bit pinkish. I'm gonna get flagged. Okay. I guess I shouldn't. This is highly copyright protected. Cozy TV. He's trying to get Jim to if Jim's smart, he'll just let Ralph fucking unless he is actually unless he like enjoys it on a personal level, like fucking with Ralph. Just ignoring him and not because his audience is so much bigger than Ralph's. It's like literally like 100 times bigger at this point. Just let him do his rage hog shit on his own podcast. Jim went to Dick's podcast and talked about Ralph. I did not mention that either. The Cliff Notes on that, because I did read the Cliff Notes version. It was very tame. Jim kept making fun of Dick because he wouldn't say anything bad about Ralph, and every time he did, Ralph and Dick and Sean would kind of like look awkwardly. And Dick kept sending text messages to Ralph, like looking down at his phone, sending messages, and it never went anywhere. So that's what happened with Jim showing up on, because I think Dick wants to keep the peace. He wants to be, when he got into it, he really wanted to like segue from the Madcast stuff to IBS, which was kind of on its way out at the time. But he was like, I want to get in with all these cool young guys who have this kind of thing going that kind of jives with my own audience, and he tried to integrate it and be on friendly terms with everybody, and it's not really working out because that's not the natural state of things. When everyone was super friendly with each other at the tail end of IBS, that was when it was really, really fucking boring. And then naturally Ralph pissed everybody off and people just disappeared or, were shunted away or whatever. And now it's just dead. And it's just like a couple people who have a little bit of audience left that he tries to befriend. It worked for a little bit, yeah, just a little bit though. Didn't work out long term. It was probably a huge detriment long term, to be honest with you. Anything else? What happened to Dame Pesos? I think he got bored of it. I think he got people doxed him and they found out that he just had like a regular job in his country, and probably like had a girlfriend. He graduated college or went to college or something. It was just like, yeah. This whole like fucking with retards on the internet isn't worth it. You have to be a special kind of person to make that your whole career chat. Very special person. He overdosed on copium after the election. That's a good one. That's a canonical ending that I'd be okay with. Yanav update. There's a warrant out for his arrest for calling the police and false reporting an assault. And it is speculated that he might be arrested already. Similarly, a crazy guy is suing Jeffrey of Yazpas, the current owner of Something Awful. He's a schizophrenic, so it's not like a serious lawsuit, but it is something that it may de-anonymize Jeffrey of Yazpas, because I don't think he's doxxed yet, but like if you run a website like that, you're going to get doxxed eventually. You can't do that secretly forever. Okay. Give update on special operation. I haven't been following these at all. I don't know anything about the raid forums. It was like a social, like a thing where people dump credit card information and they got arrested by Interpol. Did I ever post on Fiad? No, I never had an account. Jim Sterling. Patch update. Oh, I need to do that. I just got back from my trip, so now I can. There's still shit I need to do. I still haven't refunded people for their coins that will not be receiving them, and that's because I'm waiting on a message from the bank. I still haven't gotten one, so I guess they asked, we need documents proving that you have this merchandise and that you're actually doing these sales as you say you are. So I submitted my documentation. I submitted my merchandising stuff, and I haven't heard back. So it's like, okay, are you satisfied? Am I still under notice? Can I do my refunds? It's like a fucking sword of Damocles. I really hate payment processors so much. I can't even put it into words. I just fucking hate them. All right, I'm done. I will see you guys next week. I hope you have enjoyed whatever the stream was. I hope you guys have enjoyed hearing ambulances for 2 hours and 20 minutes at this point. I'll try to put out, I don't know. I'm busy this month. I can't promise anything. Next month, maybe I'll be more comfy and I can do more stuff. I need to buy new video cards too. I'm tempted once I get set up, I'm going to buy shit. Like, my computer is still falling apart from when the Ukrainians dropped it, so I'm gonna have to buy a new case, a new motherboard, and I'll probably buy a new AMD GPU. And then I don't know what to do with my old stuff. I don't want to throw it out. Maybe I'll just give it away. Did I mention this last? I feel like I mentioned this last stream. I'll give it away to Slav Power in Poland. Here's this 6-year-old computer. It's probably better than what you play CS Counter-Strike on from 1990. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Where's my song? Bye-bye.
If you're shooting off the camera, hey, don't stand anywhere over. Get him out of here right fucking now. Get out, bitch. Fuck you.
Someone called the ambulance. Chaser, where the fuck is that fucking faggot? Oh wait, Nick Ricada, are you gonna get me out of state for being a sick revenge porn Ricada and a tax evader? Nick, why don't you donate a couple $100? You're probably getting sick with paper. You're getting sticked with grapes. I'm just getting stick with papers. Damn, look at the state. I'm a fucking bitter Ricada. Lawsuits going on in 2 states, and all they ever say is horse rapists. Fucking Blaze, they really don't like us. Nick, how about you learn how to form a case? They're not just throwing punches. These niggas be throwing diapers, and I can't afford to fight this since they brought forward my case. Nick, I don't like that twitch you made. I don't like your evil face. Fuck your legal takes. Time to fornicate. Start cross-breeding your wife with the guy that's no more than 4'8". Yeah, they said I'm 5'1". Now after I caught that plane, they said I got that brain damage. I'm probably insane. I pulled my panties aside, squat on this bowling lane. Bitch asked me where the bathroom is. A game. This whole fucking thing's the bathroom. What was I saying? Hold my tongue, or I say some shit I can't reword. A fucking massive cuck deserves a massive herd. That's right, you niggas heard. God damn it, I shit the bed so much niggas call me a hamper herd. Before I get indicted, you're always invited. Before I get indicted, you're always invited. Before I get indicted, you're always invited. Jesse, say hi to Faith. Alice, say hi to May. No need to hide your face. Up in the league of rape. You can call me Superman, but I don't go for Lois Lane. Take the white trash, just lane with the slowest brain. I'm a cop to blame. The second my awful's lane. Gator and Augie same. You dumb niggas all the same. Flamenco, Mimico, I see now why your ass is single. It's simple. Your sister's in the basement screaming, let me go. I got no talent, but I guess I've got a talent for gas. It's hard, but I don't mean I'll crash art. Just that you're my passenger. They love MC Jarbo. Of course, I want to hear the gun. Come on, Matt. Share that shit with everyone. All right, man.
Dad will never have to improvise, no mission or plan to try to crowdfund feeding all these kids that he's had. So where's the next one gonna be, dog? Michigan, man. Can't be that many fat chicks who like these pics in Japan. The rest to be the world's best non-visiting dad. The worst shit on his laptop makes even the president sad. This nigger went from Allah Akbar, Walaikum Salam, to a straight bitch that needs like 8 fucking acres of land.
Before I get indicted, invited. You know what? Fuck you, moron. You're always invited. Arrested! 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 Before I get indicted. You're always invited.
You know, I really appreciate that in every one of these songs, MC Jarbo features Monday Matt, because he's spliced up his audio so much that he can get Monday Matt to say anything he wants. He has Ralph, and he kind of has to like struggle to get the words to come out correctly, but with Monday Matt, he can get Matt saying absolutely anything. So if he needs to fill in a song with a little bit of you know, more flawless sentence splicing, just Matt's always on standby, ready to go, ready to pick up the slack.